Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Matt, and today I'm guiding you through a 30-minute deep stretch Yin Yoga class. And for today's class, all you're going to be needing is maybe 2 blocks and your yoga mat. So let's dive right into it. So we're going to start by turning around, facing the top of our mat, and we're just going to be going into cat and cow, just starting to open up our spine here. So we're going to do one big inhale. Dropping the belly button down, curving the spine, looking up. Exhale. Chin to chest, rounding the spine, pushing through the shoulder blades. Inhale, curving the spine, looking up. Exhale, pushing through the shoulder blades, rounding the spine. 3 more times. On your own time this time. And one more. And bring back your spine to neutral. Here, you might want to bring your blocks in front of yourself. We're going to go into dragon pose. So from here, we're going to take one big inhale, raising the right leg up and back. Exhale, swinging it forward into dragon pose. Extending the left leg. And then you might want to bring the blocks beside for support. Moving your hips forward and down. And then just holding it here into stillness, reconnecting with your breath. So if you want to deepen the sensations and the stretch, just sink your hips forward a bit more. You should feel a nice stretch at the front of your left hip flexor. So today is all about going into those deep stretches, just finding your edge and trying to see if you can just push slightly further so that you really get into this deepness that we're trying to do today. The dragon pose is excellent when we spend a lot of time sitting at a desk, or maybe you're working from home in front of a computer. We do get a lot of tightness in our hip flexors from sitting for too long. So this is a great way to bring back your body into alignment, releasing that area, creating space, and just feeling overall better, losing all that tightness around your low back. You might find that the front of your left hip gets really hot. There's a lot of energy that is getting released from the tightness that was there. So those are all good signs. Just allow everything to be as it is. And from here we can move our hips back slowly as a counter pose, stretching just the right hamstring here. You can keep the blocks for support, moving your hips back, just noticing how that feels. And we can release the right leg, bring it back into alignment. Kind of bring the blocks in front once more. So going into all four, we're going to take one big inhale, this time raising the left leg up and back. Exhale, swinging it forward inside of the left wrist. And then just extending the right leg behind with the toes untucked. Using the blocks for support, sinking your hips forward and down. And then just finding stillness into the posture. So if you are getting comfortable, try to move your hips forward and down a bit more, finding your new edge, and then just reconnecting with your breath, softening up into the posture. And we can slowly move our hips back, getting out of this stretch. Just going into a gentle hamstring stretch here as a counter pose. And we can release that left leg back in line. And from here, we're going to be going into pigeon pose. So we can place the blocks aside for now. So going into all four once more, we're going to bring the left knee behind the left wrist, extending the right leg, And then with the right hand, you can grab the left foot so that you can move the shin forward a bit more. Just going to go into a deep stretch in our left glute here. So from here, you can just allow everything to settle as you reconnect with your breath. Some people find it too challenging, so you can use a block and place it underneath your left glute for support, if that feels better for you today. So from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down onto our forearms, bringing the forehead to rest on the ground, softening up into the posture. So today is all about getting that deep release from stretching to our edge and then exploring going just a tiny bit further. And this is how you will achieve those deep stretches. You don't want to get injured, you just want to see if you can just slightly push past that edge. And we can slowly push ourselves back up, walking our hands back. And from here, one big inhale. Exhale, let's make some space and release that left leg back in line with the right one. So it might feel good to just wiggle your hips in little half circles, moving them around a little bit seeing what feels good for you today. And from here, we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist, extending the left leg back, and then using our left hand to grab the right foot and bring the shin forward. So here, we're just going to allow everything to settle on its own. Just taking a moment here in the upright position. Can already feel some depth of stretches here in my right glute. So from here, one big inhale. Exhale, lowering ourselves down onto our forearms. And then just trying to bring the forehead to rest on the floor here. Squaring off your hips. Keeping everything in line. And just allowing gravity to put weight on that right glute. So you can feel that nice deep stretch we're trying to achieve here. And we can slowly push ourselves back up, walking our hands back as we raise our upper torso. And then one big inhale here. Exhale, creating space as we move our hips back and release that right leg. So here again, might feel good to do little circles with your body, moving your hips around left to right again. And then we're going to bring our knees to the center of the mat, crossing our ankles behind ourselves, just rolling back down onto our glutes and then extending our legs in front of us, going all the way down to our backs here. So we're going to be going into a reclined twist, which feels really good for the spine here. We're just trying to open up and release all the tightness around the midsection today. So we're just going to bring both knees in to 90-degree angle like this, and then bring the right hand to the exterior edge of the left knee. We're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to allow our legs to fall back down to the right side. And then from here we can extend the left arm to the left and look left to deepen the sensations in our low back. So I really like Recline Twist. It feels wonderful for the spine. I really like the release that it gives me afterwards. And we can release the posture, bring our knees back to center here, 90-degree angle. And from here, we're just going to bring the left hand to the exterior edge of the right knee. We're going to take one big inhale and exhale, allowing both knees to fall to the left side. Just going to shift my hips a little bit here, creating some space. And we're going to keep putting some pressure on that right knee with our left hand as we extend the right arm to the right, and then we look right. So you should feel a nice stretch and release here at the bottom of your spine. If your knees are a little bit higher up, you're going to feel it more in your upper back. And if you lower them down like this, you're going to feel it even lower in your spine. So you can play with your knees here, bringing them in or down to have different sensations. So it's always something good to know when you do Recline Twist. You guys are in full control of where you want to apply the stress and stretch today in your spine. And we can slowly release, bringing our knees back to center, and then extending our legs in front of us. Taking some space on our yoga mat, we're going to go into Savasana, our final asana for today's class. So we're here, just completely allow yourself to let go. Surrendering to gravity, allowing yourself to be in full contact with the floor without doing anything else. I just want you to reconnect with your breath and focus on deeply inhaling and exhaling through the nose here. And we can slowly get out of Savasana, making our way to the seated position together. So to conclude today's class, we're just going to do the Om chant once, which is a great way to reset the vibrations of our body and syncing that frequency to something better for the rest of our day. So let's place our hands on our knees. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes here, lengthening out the crown of your head, dropping down your shoulder blades. We're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to say Om. And you can open your eyes. And that's it for today's class, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat, doing this 30-minute deep stretch Yin Yoga class. Please subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed already, hit the bell button. A lot of you didn't hit the bell button, and it's great to have all the notifications and be up to date with all my latest content and news. And if you like what I do, you can always donate to my PayPal account. It's always much appreciated, and that's how I support myself as a teacher on YouTube. So thank you so much. Hands at the heart, and I'll see you on the next class. Namaste. Bye, everybody.